The serenity of Tuscaloosa, Alabama, belies the tumultuous season that is college football 2020. But if there's one constant when Georgia meets Alabama, it's the enduring memories we're left with that have become part of college football lore.
Alabama is the champion!
Your 2018 SEC champions come from Tuscaloosa. So tonight they meet again. Number 2, Alabama. Number 3, Georgia. A reality check in the midst of the most surreal of seasons.
Touchdown, George Pickens! Stokes, he's going to take it to the house! Touchdown! Oh, wow, what a play! Touchdown! That's a finish!
Hello, touchdown, Alabama!
Jalen Waddle, touchdown!
Najee Beaver.
Touchdown, Alabama!
Better buckle up. It's not easy playing at Tuscaloosa.
And with that, we bring you the Home Depot SEC on CBS under the lights in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. And our matchup, the game of the year so far, number 3 Georgia against the second-ranked Tide of Alabama. And as Leonard Skinner always brings us to Bryant-Denny Stadium, you don't want to go to battle without your top general. And a 5-star general, make it a 6-star if you count the national championships. Nick Saban will be on the field tonight leading his team against another former assistant in Kirby Smart and the Georgia Bulldogs. Welcome, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler. My partner is Gary Danielson. I know that you are chomping at the bit to talk ball, but you have to wait a minute because the biggest story this week has been involving the biggest name in college football, Nick Saban, and a person that spent more time with him than anybody in the last 24 hours is Jamie Erdahl.
I was recently having a conversation with a member of Nick Saban's coaching staff. I asked this person to best describe the head coach. He said Nick Saban can handle good news. He can handle bad news, but he doesn't like to handle surprises. Well, that's exactly what Wednesday afternoon brought when Nick Saban tested positive for COVID-19. The head coach was immediately sent home to self-isolate, but continued to run practices and meetings from the remote location. Alabama, in accordance with the SEC guidelines, secured 3 negative tests, all 24 hours apart, the final one coming this afternoon. I spoke with Nick Saban since he's arrived at the stadium. I said, Coach, did you have that good feeling in your stomach when you got back around your guys? He said, honestly, I really didn't. It was not a good feeling to not be around my players. Pretty honest moment from a coach who almost missed his first game ever in his 40-plus years of coaching.
The best against the best. Number 1 in the East, number 1 in the West. Number 2 in the land, number 3 in the land. Georgia and Alabama set to do battle at Bryant-Denny Stadium as the lights begin to flash. The drama begins to build. And the Tide set to take the field. Nick Saban will lead him out. As Jamie said 3 days ago, that was a question mark. It is no longer. They've won 33 of their last 34 at home. Kirby Smart, another former assistant coach, hoping that his team can pick off the Tide in game 1 of maybe a 2-game series this year. Who knows? The 70th meeting between Alabama and Georgia. Here comes the Bulldogs. And now the home team, the second-ranked Tide of Alabama. Biggest game of the year so far, about to kick off in Tuscaloosa. Well, we'd love to have 100,000 people here. That's not the case. But a 20% crowd on hand under the lights at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It is Saturday night's 70th meeting, and Alabama's won the last 5. Georgia, ironically enough, has won the last 2 here, the last time in 2007. Perfect night for football in Tuscaloosa. Georgia won the toss and deferred.
You have to wonder who's looking more forward to this game. Georgia, the way they lost the last 2 to Alabama, or the Alabama defense who got socked for over 600 yards a week ago.
Jake Camarda's got it teed up for the Bulldogs. Slade Bolden and Jalen Waddle back deep for the Tide. Waddle will settle under it at the 2-yard line. Dangerous return man. Trying to get to the edge. He's got great speed. He got across the 20, but they do drag him down at the 24-yard line. And that's where Mac Jones in Alabama will go to work. We saw Mac at the end of last year when he filled in for the injured Tua Tagovailoa, and he's become his own star now.
He sure has. You know, he's gone from everybody thinking that he was going to be a game manager to being a star and throwing the ball all over the field. He's got a lot of weapons, though. Let's just start with that.
Including number 22, Najee Harris, who Gary talked about, being kind of the... And that one's in the air. Is it intercepted by LeCount? I think he got it. Jones was hit as he threw by Ojulari. And Georgia's got the football on one snap.
Yeah, Azeez Ojulari and this Georgia defense starts out the way they started the last game, putting pressure in the backfield. It was Tennessee last week. This time Ojulari gets inside and gets to Mac Jones. And LeCount, does he get his arms under it or not? I'm not sure he did.
Further review, Drury on the field stands. Intercept the ball, first down.
Richard LeCount with the interception.
So, a play from a pass rush, play action pass. Azeez Ojulari forces the turnover, and Stetson Bennett is able to come out of the field with great field position.
Ojulari, who raised havoc with Tennessee last week with 5 tackles and 2 sacks. And he has the hit that produces the turnover on the first play of the game. And now Georgia takes over offensively, the Alabama 41. Stetson Bennett and company, an opportunity here to take advantage of a turnover early. Zamir White in the backfield behind Bennett, and now he'll come up to Bennett's right hand, play fake, throwing on the run, completing to the tight end McKinney. And Trey McKinney might have a first down on the first snap. Stetson Bennett the 4th. Quite a story. Former walk-on in 2017. Went to junior college. Came back to Georgia. Was 4th string. Maybe even worse. And now he's a starter. And he is 2-0 as a starter. 3-0 if you count coming in to save the day against Arkansas. This is his first start on the road in his career. And he's going to throw in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, George Pickens. Pretty good coverage right there on Pickens. Defensive lineup across the front, the linebacking core, and the back end. DeMarco Hellams in there for Jordan Battle, who won't play the first half because of a targeting call last week. Bennett across the middle, and we saw this last week. It's picked off.
Yes.
It hit an on-rushing lineman, and Aboigbe's got an interception.
Again, Stetson Bennett trying to throw the ball over the middle. And the Alabama defensive line gets their arms up and deflects it. Bad snap again to start the game for Georgia. It was a disaster last week and almost as bad this week.
DJ Dale got his big hand in the way and just about stuffed that thing, and then his fellow defensive lineman with the defensive lineman's dream, an interception. All the tight end being taken to the locker room with an ankle.
And that is a big loss for Alabama.
Yeah.
He's their best blocking tight end. He is great on their counter game.
Here's a throw out in the flat to Waddle. Waddle weaving his way through traffic. First down. Almost busted out of the back end of that, and he would have been gone. As it is, first down, Jalen Waddle.
Every time you give the ball to number 17, he can take it all the way.
Hurry up here for Alabama. Play action. Mac Jones wants it all. Long ball, man there. Got him. Mechie, touchdown. "40-yard touchdown strike to John Mechie."
Mac knew where he was going all the way. Bump and run. That's the game plan for Georgia. He gets a blitz off the edge. Picked up the right protection for Alabama. They were ready for that short corner, and you threw the takeoff against the safety. When you have the right protection on, you know as a quarterback, I got exactly what I want.
Extra point is up. Been good. We expected some fireworks. I'm not sure in the opening minute and a half we expected 2 interceptions. The first one suffered by Alabama. The second one, a Boygby. And then 2 snaps later, Waddle weaving through traffic. And on the hurry up, Mac Jones, John Mechie, 40 yards. Touchdown, Alabama. Tide leads 7-0.
If you look at this Alabama team, remember the dominance that they've been as Georgia's ready to go, hurry up. But this year, they have not been producing those quick turnarounds. Their 3-and-out rate, which we are so used to seeing them dominate games, just hasn't been the same so far.
3rd and 11. Bennett pump fakes, running out of time, and down he goes. Dylan Moses is there. Bennett slipped and fell anyway. And it's time to punt for Georgia. So the Tide works from its 23-yard line. Najee Harris straight up the middle, big hole. And the big fellow rumbling all the way out to the 40-yard line.
Cute little play this time. They bring the tight end in motion and then right isolation. Watch, little inside move, wiggle, wiggle, and then follow the tight end into the inside to make a big running play right up the gash of this Georgia defense.
Stiff arm on Richard LeCount that got him a few extra yards out to the 40. Jones looks right, comes back to Najee Harris. It's batted down by Ojulari. Incomplete.
That's a great matchup. Azeez Ojulari against Alex Leatherwood, 2 stars. Number 70 right here against Ojulari.
Ojulari was actually named the defensive lineman of the week in the SEC, even though he's an outside linebacker. But
Alex Leatherwood says, I did perfect on that one.
yeah, the guy's just fast.
He knocked down the ball.
Ojulari with a great game against Tennessee last week. 2nd down and 10. Najee Harris trying to bounce it outside, and this time helmet comes off. Scene has him wrapped up, and Najee will pick up his headgear. He moved into number 9 all-time spot by himself in the rushing list with his previous run. You know who he passed? Johnny Musso.
There's a name.
Who was also number 22.
They used to run the wishbone when Johnny Musso was here.
Brian Robinson will take his place for at least 1 snap, and they don't lose much when Robinson comes in.
No, he's been a hungry ball carrier when he gets his chances to carry the rock.
3rd down and 10. Here comes Georgia bringing the house over the middle. Caught on the run. It's Mechie again. Mechie trying to get to that first down marker is about a yard shy.
Well, Alex Leatherwood again picks up the blitz this time. A beautiful job inside. Watch Leatherwood sort out who he's got, and he picks up the corner blitz and allows Mac Jones to step up and throw that ball. Boy, that is good. And we all remember Alex coming in that national championship game, filling in with Jonah Williams, got hurt, playing left tackle as a true freshman in that game.
The offense kind of stood there for a second on 4th down and 2. And now the punting unit will come on. Zamir White hit immediately, and I mean down immediately. Byron Young hit him as soon as he got a handle on the football.
Well, remember, this is a defense that played 86 plays a week ago against Ole Miss. We watched the game with our jaws on the ground.
Yeah, we did.
Right? I mean, how could you not watch that Alabama defense? But I knew they'd be hungry to come back and atone for themselves tonight. They had to be ready to play.
Second down and 10, just outside the 15. No gain for Zamir White on that carry. They'll try him again, left side. This time he's got some room to run, and he's got a first down. Out across the 25. Best play of the night so far for the Georgia offense.
So that Georgia offensive line, they've got to step up and help their quarterback as well, and this time they do. They pick up the inside blocker, and Zamir White, who was nicked a little bit last week, we came to find out on that very first play.
Yep.
He really turned it up with an aggressive run on that play. That's the best I've seen him look.
Had 50 carries on 50 yards on 22 carries last week. Boy,
Another one.
batted balls again.
Yep.
How many times did it happen against Tennessee? Like 3 times last week,
I think so,
right?
and it's already 2 in this football game. And remember this, when you watch this Alabama team so far coming into this game, their defense had 115 passes thrown against them, and they've only had 5 sacks. They really have not been putting the pressure on the quarterback, but that's just as good right there, and that's the second one over the middle. You got to believe that was coached all week, as many times as Stetson Bennett threw the ball over the middle last week.
If you can't get there, get your hand up. And DJ Dale has swatted 2 Stetson Bennett passes away so far. Kearis Jackson in motion all the way across the field. 3 receivers there. Bennett looks that way, goes that way. Back shoulder. Kearis Jackson can't hold it. And it was double coverage back there defensively. Malachi Moore was there along with Brian Branch.
Okay, so against this Georgia offense, what does the defense dial up? Pete Golding says, I'm going to play a little bit more zone. I've got some young players in there. I'm going to drop 2 safeties and force this guy to throw the ball, knowing that their safety help deep. They got to be perfect.
Malachi might have gotten a little shove in there at the end.
Well, they were fighting it off right there, but I'm saying the strategy is keep things in front of you. A little different for this Alabama defense.
I kidded with him yesterday. I said, you know, you're almost at 80% completion. Can you at least warm up a little bit?
Yeah, not all of them those little gimmies either. Throwing the ball downfield.
Najee Harris bounces it outside. Richard LeCounte trying to get to him, doesn't. He's knocked out of bounds, but he got a good gain before Nolan Smith.
He has such quick feet, great vision. You know, when you try to tackle him up high, he runs over you. He leaps over players. We've seen him do that in the past. But watch his quick feet. LeCounte is a great tackler, and he just kind of dives away from him.
A little indecision about where everybody's lined up right now. 3rd down and a yard. Devontae Smith in motion. The pitch came the other way. Easy first down. Nice move by Najee Harris to get it out to the 24-yard line. Play action. Jones wants a big one again. He's got a man open. Went through his hands. And it was Jalen Waddle. Jones got a little pressure, throws a one-hopper incomplete. And it'll be putting time for Alabama.
Exactly, the aggressive defense from Georgia. One of those guys from the outside is always coming. They bring another one off the corner. Mac Jones could feel it. Dan Lanning dials it up, and he could feel the pressure. He could feel that corner coming. He never got set up in the pocket.
Yep, couldn't get his footing back there. And knows if he had been able to step into the throw, he might have completed it. Instead, punting situation. Sam Johnson, the kick is not a good one.
Another bad kick for this Alabama kicking team. They kick off out of bounds and then basically shake a punt right there.
Yep, Georgia's going to have it at the 43 with 4:33 remaining in the first quarter. Georgia trying to go tempo, Gary. It's really not their forte.
No, but after watching the Ole Miss tape, it's hard not to try it, right?
Yep. McIntosh again puts his shoulder down, and he's still going. Into Alabama territory, the 45, and a Georgia first down.
Yeah, and that's what Todd Monken has to kind of balance here. He's got a quarterback, you know, who started the year 4th or 5th string, his 3rd start, but tempo gave Alabama problems. How much do you use it?
Here's a play fake and a deep sideline to Kearis Jackson and a diving attempt, but he couldn't hold it.
I think they're still discussing it over there, Ness.
Unless he had possession
No,
and then
you're-
dropped it out of bounds.
You're right. They're calling it incomplete. They kept talking about it. Really good throw, good coverage, great effort, and the ball comes out.
There's a great look at it right there. And you see it starting to pop to the sideline.
And roll out.
Side judge right on top of it. Waited and then made the call. Second down at 10. Kendall Milton in at tailback for Georgia for the first time tonight. And he'll get the carry. Straight up the middle. And the freshman still going all the way down to the 21-yard line.
Really nice design on this play. Watch the crossing tight end come across and kick out right there and run right behind him. The linebacker overruns the play, and they gash the Alabama defense.
We saw Milton have a good game last week, and he just ripped that first carry for 24 yards.
Give that one to that offensive line for Georgia, though. They gashed him on that play.
And Zamir White in the backfield. Second down and 9. Play action. Bennett down the middle and into the end zone and out of the hands of Jermaine Burton. Would have been a touchdown.
Yeah, it wasn't a perfect throw, but one that you hope your receiver can help save the day. He doesn't want to leave him too far, but he could have made the catch for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you feel that safety over there, and you want to throw it in the hole, and Burton sliding, could not save the throw. Can't blame the receiver, but you hope he bails you out on that throw. It's just a little late and a little behind, obviously.
They've only targeted George Pickens once so far here in the first quarter.
So far, coming off the edge, Will Anderson, 31, has not been able to make an impact, and he is their best pass rusher.
Pickens is to the top of your screen. The throw comes back to James Cook. Cook trying to get to the first down and did. To the 10-yard line, James Cook out of the backfield. Dylan Moses brought him down, but Georgia moves the chains.
And he is their best receiving back. He was injured a week ago, kept him out of the game. One-on-one, gets to the edge, and Moses cannot save the first down. Good call, good throw by Stetson Bennett.
Well, Georgia's going to have to earn it. First and goal, but it's right at the 10-yard line.
At that double tight end, look at the bottom down here.
Zamir White, the tailback. He gets the call straight up the middle. Zamir White, touchdown, Georgia. 10-yard run. And we're a point away from a tie game.
Well, that Georgia offensive line needs to take credit for that one. First of all, they picked up a good pass rush on the play before to throw the first down, and then running right at the Alabama defense. They block them over. I think it was right behind Ben Cleveland, number 74. So I suggested it was Cleveland. It was also McClendon. Watch 74 and 70. Just take the double team and push them out of the way, and that's where the gash happens. Also, the tight end, Darnell Washington, did a good job of sealing off the play.
Capped a 57-yard march in 8 plays. Zamir White from 10 yards out. We're tied at 7. That one for you. The last time the Browns were 4-1, it was not when Gary Danielson was playing. Nick Saban was the defensive coordinator for Bill Belichick, the head coach of the Browns. And that'll be fun to watch tomorrow. Baker Mayfield and the Browns playing very well, and the Steelers are, well, they're the Steelers.
I think the way Nick was at Toledo, then he went to Cleveland to be defensive coordinator, and then to Michigan State.
Right.
And we all know the story from there.
Here's a crossing route. And it was Devontae Smith's first time to touch it today, and it's a first down out to the 37. Devontae Smith, who had 13 catches last week for Alabama. There's Forrestall, the tight end, who was shaken up earlier. Went to the locker room, back out there now.
And Steve Sarkisian told us he's one of our most valuable players.
Says he's kind of the glue.
Absolutely.
There he is in motion. Into the middle of the pile and still backpedaling for a first down is Najee Harris.
And what they like about him is he finds his block when he moves. Watch what a good job he does. It's basically an isolation. Number 87 is going to go in motion, and then he fits his block and allows Najee Harris to go right off the backside of him.
So a first down out of the 47-yard line. Alabama equal pass and run combination so far. Mac Jones going deep down the middle, just over everybody's arms. John Mechie, the intended receiver, and Georgia had a guy out there that almost got a hand on it to try to pick it off.
Yeah, I think Mac Jones is very fortunate on this throw because he did not know what was happening downfield, and this could just as easily been picked off by Stokes.
Under a minute to go, first quarter, and second down and 10. Georgia with that shift on their defensive front. Ryan Robinson on the run. And when he gets in, he wants to make something happen so he can get more carries. And he got it into Georgia territory at about the 47-yard line.
But the Georgia linebackers do a good job of coming from behind this corner, counter play, and making it. Watch this. Come from behind. He sees it. Watch Nakobe Dean. Sees it, goes behind it, and almost makes the tackle.
At the 48, Najee Harris trots out as a wide out to the top of your screen. Empty backfield. Jones throws complete. Mechie, no, he dropped the ball. Incomplete. Had his hands on it, couldn't hold it.
Well, one of the strengths of the Georgia defense is they really have three corners they love. This time it's Tyson Campbell, number 3. He gets beat inside, but he stays with the play. He doesn't give up on it. He keeps fighting, and from behind he kind of rips the ball loose. Good play by number 3, Tyson Campbell.
Now it's Milton, the freshman, in there. McKinney, the tight end, on the move from the 14-yard line. Final play of the quarter. And it's Milton. He got about 3 to bring the first quarter to a close. End of the first quarter in Tuscaloosa. Tie game with number 2 and number 3 in the country, 7 apiece. We'll return to Tuscaloosa after this message and a word from your local station. Georgia with a second down and 6 to open the quarter. Their own 18-yard line. James Cook in motion out of the backfield. An empty set now for Stetson Bennett. Bennett going to go deep. Man's there. Got him on the run, and it's James Cook, and he is gone. Touchdown, Georgia. 82 yards.
When Cook motions out and sets up, right away Stetson Bennett says, that's where I'm going with the football. Because I'm going to go deep. It's one-on-one to the outside. He's got a matchup he likes. He's got Cook on an inside linebacker, Christian Harris, and he throws to the right guy. Give that to the coordinator. Great design play. But right away, I think the rule was for the quarterback, if that linebacker goes out with our running back, that's the matchup to attack. And they did for a touchdown.
But Lesney's extra point is good. And Georgia strikes from long range. The first receiving touchdown of James Cook's career, and it was a big one, Gary.
Yeah, it's a very tough matchup. You've got an inside linebacker matched up. Alabama has been very conservative giving help, but this time they went man-to-man, no help deep. Almost a hit on Stetson Bennett, but not in time. Dylan Moses got there just a half step late.
Stetson Bennett will say, you can hit me all day long if I can get that ball out to number 4, which he did. And James Cook with great speed. Nobody was going to catch him. And Stetson Bennett's family enjoying the moment. Well.
So you start talking about, oh, this Alabama, they're really playing it soft. They're playing the zone. They're making things happen in front of you. One time, they go man-to-man, and Georgia was ready for him.
The quarterback comparison. We talked about the contrast. A guy that's been there and filled in and done that, and then a guy making his first start on the road, and he just lit it up for the Bulldogs from long range. And it was a perfect throw.
As soon as number 8 ran out there, you got to know Bennett was going, Coach said, throw it to him. And that's exactly what he did.
See if Alabama can answer now as they work from the 25. Forrestall in motion. Mac Jones, play action. He's going to zip it down the seam, and it's complete. And it's a first down out to the 42. to Devontae Smith.
So now you wonder if Alabama starts to say, well, we thought we might be able to keep this into a low-scoring game and control the ball. Or does Sark start saying, all right, I'm going to start faking and I'm going to start winging it.
On that throw to Devontae Smith, that's Mechie in motion. Mac Jones looking for more. Throws and caught. Wow. I didn't know it was going to be an interception or a reception. It was Mechie with the catch.
I think it was Devontae coming back for that. Devontae Smith was at number 6, I think. He does a great job. He's downfield. He's right there.
Yeah, you're right.
Watch him come back for that football. Almost intercepts it from the Georgia player.
Tyreek Stevenson has his hands on it, too.
I know. Now that is a receiver you love to throw to.
Najee Harris goes out to the top of your screen as a wide receiver. Jones, a quick slant, complete. Devontae Smith again, another first down. Seam drops him. And they'll move the sticks again, and it's the Devontae Smith drive right now.
Devontae Smith was basically a superstar as a freshman, and he's still the hardest worker on the team.
Jones, play action, getting some pressure, and they just lob this one away.
That might be intentional grounding right there. He was in the pocket. I don't know if it crossed the line of scrimmage, and I think he was saving a sack. This one could cost him.
We might have a delayed flag. We'll wait and see. Herring and Ojulari were putting the pressure on him. There's nobody home out there where he threw it.
I think that was intentional grounding.
Intentional grounding, offense number 10. The penalty will place the ball at the spot of the foul and includes the loss of down. It's now second down.
Nobody knows intentional grounding better than me. I was a great intentional grounding.
Third down and a bunch for the Tide. Got to get all the way to the Georgia 23. Jones sets down the middle, complete, well short of the first down, and a flag down as well.
Well, the matchup out there was Eric Stokes against Devontae Smith. Two future NFLers out here tonight battling. Boy, it's a tough play to get a penalty on right here. Flag went down. If it was on Stokes, it'll be an automatic first down.
Holding against an eligible receiver, number 27 of the defense. The penalty is 10 yards from the previous spot and includes an automatic first down.
And you called it, Gary.
It's off a block, it runs him down.
Alabama with a little tempo, going with a hurry up, and it's Forrestal who falls down, but he's got a first down.
That was a really good catch on those short passes. The receiver does not have a lot of time to adjust to the football. It was a poorly thrown ball, and he makes a good catch on it.
Georgia, third down at 3, Alabama after the timeout. Mac Jones pumped down the middle and is going to go down at the 15. Georgia comes up with a sack. Jermaine Johnson.
Trying to get the ball inside on a slant. Let's see what happened. Mac Jones is going to send Najee Harris in motion, trying to get the slant to the top of the screen. Eric Stokes does a great job of cutting off the throw and forced Mac Jones to just eat it.
And that forces Will Riker to take the field. He's 2 for 2 on the year. 33-yard field goal attempts. Riker's kick is up and good. So Alabama looking to tie it, but they have to settle for 3 at the 9-minute mark. Georgia on the road with a 4-point lead.
The Bennett family continues to make memories at Georgia football game, but this time with one less little guy in the stands with them. Well, it's because their little guy, Stetson Bennett IV, is now the quarterback for Georgia. His father tweeted this photo today from the last time they were in Tuscaloosa, October 2002. Had to point out that the Dogs won that day, but that is little Stetson Bennett IV in his daddy's arms. A wonderful photo. I spoke with his family earlier today. All smiles, the fact that they're back in Tuscaloosa. What a road it's been. Mom Denise told me that sometimes she has to pinch herself during the week knowing that her son is a quarterback for the Georgia Bulldogs.
There's Mom right there holding on to a family member in the stands, and James Cook, who had
look at that line just carve out yards inside against that Alabama defense running right at him. You know, we saw it last week with Ole Miss running right inside. DJ Deal gets blocked. Great job inside. Trey Hill, Justin Schaefer, just carving out a first down run of 5 or 6 yards. Yeah, they're being gassed inside on the running game.
Bennett lobs one, got it, complete, and it's George Pickens for the first time with a reception and a first down.
If they can keep George Pickens patient against the zone this time, he's matched up inside in a matchup zone against the inside backer, Dylan Moses. If Pickens can stay patient, he can be very valuable.
Pick up a 19, Bennett's going to run this all the way. And got about 6 before he's run out of bounds. 3rd down and 3. Number 3, Zamir White in the backfield with Stetson Bennett. Down the middle, complete. Fitzpatrick, the tight end, on a first down.
So you have time to throw the ball because Alabama's starting to bring people. Watch Cleveland, number 74. Looks up, nobody there, and takes the outside rusher to clean the pocket for the quarterback to step in and throw.
Now Bennett off the RPO, trying to get it to the outside to Burton, and complete. Nice play out there by Josh Jobe in coverage.
You know, I get the feeling for the Georgia football team is they just enjoy playing for Stetson Bennett.
Bennett throws quickly and had it batted again. McIntosh probably would have had a first down had he been able to get it to him. Christian Barmore, I think, got a hand on that one.
That's been really, when Bennett hasn't been throwing it over him, he's been getting it batted down. Players are open, but he couldn't get it to him. Nice deflection.
Jack Podlesny last week became an instant sensation as a kicker for Georgia. Good from 34, 47, and 51 last week against Tennessee. He'll try this one from right about 50. And he got it. How about this guy? You take over for a legend in Rodrigo Blankenship, and he says there's nothing to this silly game.
Rodrigo who is what he says.
So Georgia tacks 3 to their lead. They're up 7 with 5:42 to go in the half. Ryan Robinson, the tailback. Play fake. Mac Jones wants a bunch. Going deep. Out there and caught. Jalen Waddle with Monty Rice all over it. Well, that's a mismatch.
Well, they're playing zone when Waddle crosses the formation. Rice runs with him. It's underthrown, and that's as good as Rice can do on the play. It's just Jalen Waddle going up and making those plays, as we said, we're used to watching him play.
2nd down and 8. Forrestall is going to settle in and now continues to move and lead block as Robinson goes down. No gain. Ojulari made the first contact. Jones, deep drop. Directs traffic and then throws a strike. Complete to the 20.
Boy, I'll tell you, anytime I had a problem, or the first guy's not open, I'm looking for Devontae Smith. Because this guy comes back to the ball as good as anyone you've ever seen. He senses where to go, and watch him come back and bail out the quarterback again. He's covered, he's open. He makes himself open. A future star in the NFL. He's already been a star for his 3rd year in college.
In the red zone, Alabama with 3 minutes and change remaining in the half. Jones fires to the corner. Devontae Smith, touchdown Alabama. Sixth catch of the night.
So there's different ways to run the wheel route, and this time you run it from the slot. Watch the wheel route by Devontae Smith right here. Wheels to the flat, cover, aggressive, right by. Beautifully designed play.
That capped a quick drive as Devontae Smith continues to move up the career touchdown reception category. He's 2nd in line. Boy,
wouldn't be a bad offense every other play just to look for number 6 for Alabama, wouldn't it?
Tie game, 3:06. The Devontae Smith drive. capping a 75-yard march. It's 6 plays, and number 6 gets it in the end zone to tie it up. Now Georgia's got 2 timeouts remaining and 3 minutes to work here. Pretty good field position at the 34. Play fake. Stetson Bennett all day. Zips it out to Pickens. Pickens wheels around and got a first down, I think. Didn't look like he was going to get more than 4 or 5, but he did.
Well, we saw George Pickens in the second half of that SEC championship game. Remember, he was suspended in the first half, and he put on a show, and you can see the elite talent he has right there. He's out there watching Devontae Smith, and he goes, let me do it. I can do that too.
Got it outside the 44. This might be a free play. Stetson Bennett in trouble. Got away, and now he's going to run with it. And kind of an ugly slide, but he got a first down. I think it would have been a penalty on offsides on Alabama.
Well, you were right, Ness. One of the Alabama players was in the neutral zone on the play. I think it was Young, number 47. And then Bennett comes to the end of the play, and he kind of gets clipped from the side right when he was trying to get down. But a very positive play. They got 2 timeouts and plenty of time.
Offside. Defensive rating 4. That penalty won't be declined. Second down.
So Georgia and Alabama territory at the 46-yard line. And that's something Stetson Bennett gives him, Gary, that, you know, Jake Fromm early in his career did more of that, but then as Jake got older, he's like, I don't know, I don't need to run.
Yeah, it just seemed like they managed him a little bit, coached him maybe a little too much to stay in the pocket, and they kind of lost that aspect from the offensive and the quarterback spot.
Now it's Zamir White, and he's got a first down, and he's still plowing his way forward to the 42.
That was a great run, because I thought Dylan Moses had him in the backfield that time.
And again, Georgia comes up to the line in a hurry as they move the chains. It's going to be right outside the 42 of Alabama. Bennett going to go deep. Overshot his manager, Lane Burton, and Patrick Surtain. Here they come after Bennett. He rolls to the right, throws on the run, and he threw a strike to George Pickens.
What a play, because this time it was a 5-man blitz, and Bennett felt the pressure coming from this side. 2 linebackers, ends up being 5. He feels it, instinctively runs away from it, and delivers it.
And a 19-yard pickup to Pickens to the 20-yard line of Alabama.
He knew he wasn't protected. That's a smart quarterback. He got him out of play, and as the coaches say, he just makes us go better at quarterback.
First and 10 for the Dogs with 1:16 remaining in the half. Bennett looking for more down the seam into traffic. Whoa. There were 2 or 3 defenders around there, and Burton was the intended receiver.
Alabama very, very fortunate here. No one covers James Cook going outside to the outside right there. Look at that. A complete bust. Nobody covering the running back. And if he's throwing to him, he walks into the end zone.
Georgia well in field goal range. Bennett's going to run it all the way. Got a blocker in front, and McKinney, he let somebody have it out there on the corner. Daniel Wright, I think. From the 14. Cook in the backfield with Bennett. Alabama going to bring extra bodies. Bennett throws complete to Burton, and he's got the first down.
Good, nice job by Burton. True freshman that time. He realizes as he catches the ball, his best chance for the first down is to spin back inside. Watch him catch it and spin back inside. Wonderful play.
They were reviewing the spot on the last play. Burton's feet got inside the 10, but maybe they're looking at whether the ball did. I thought it was for sure first down as he spun back inside, as Gary talked about. Right there, his feet are at the 9.5. And the linesman was right on the line as he came into.
Yeah, I think his forward progress got over it, and I don't see anything there that can overturn it.
After further review, the receiver was down at the 10.5-yard line. That's going to be 4th down and 1/2 yard. Ball will possession on the right hash.
Holy cow.
Here I had him at the 9.5, and he's at the 10.5.
I know. I'm surprised there. I didn't.
Gene, let you finish your comment.
I think when Burton pivot, when Burton spins out, the right knee hits the ground before the ball gets to the 10-yard line. We see it on one of the latter angles, but if you watch this play right there, you see the right knee hit the ground. And if you go back and see that from the sideline, you'll see that the football is short of the 10-yard line when that knee contacts the ground.
4th down and a foot. They flip the tight ends to the right side. The power is that way. Alabama, do they jump in? Bennett was hoping so. No call. Play clock down to 5.
Looks like they're just going to try to. Holy cow!
That time they did jump in.
Again, I don't think they were going to snap the ball.
Bennett with a hard count twice. First time didn't work. It looks like
Offside. Defense was 58 by contact. 5-yard penalty. No result.
That's
First down.
hard to believe.
Christian Barmore bit the second time.
Well, especially after Alabama got away with the first one. Georgia points the first time, but the second time it's offside. You can even see the Alabama players saying, "Come on, no!" Bennett points to the first one and it doesn't happen, so he's all right, I'll try to draw somebody else off, and he does.
And that's 1st and goal, just inside the 6. Burton in motion. Play action. Bennett lobs, man open, and he missed him. And it was the big tight end, Darnell Washington. It was just too deep. He was open.
He had him open, right side of the line. Washington goes to the outside. He's wide open. Settle. He kind of runs away from the open area there. Bennett thought he was going to stop, and Washington continues to go to the corner. No one's fault, really. You got a young player who's probably told to go to the pylon, but doesn't feel that space that Bennett saw to throw to.
If you look behind Bennett and Zamir White, 2nd down and goal. 32 seconds remaining in the quarter. Play action. The lob this time is too high for Burton. Well, Stetson Bennett's had some balls batted down, and I think he's a little bit rattled down there trying to pinpoint his receivers in the end zone who are open.
Really had the play they wanted. The Alabama linebackers had bit up on the play. A good throw is an easy touchdown.
He knows it. That one just really took off on him. So that's 3rd and goal. Georgia has scored on their last 3 drives. 2 touchdowns and a field goal. Bennett down the middle. Touchdown this time to Burton. Jermaine Burton with a touchdown.
Didn't miss that one, did he?
No, he did not.
It's the play everybody runs. You kind of bend your receiver out a bit and then go to the middle of the field. Pre-snap look, there's no one there. You want to throw the ball in the middle. Like, nobody there. That's the area you want to attack. Burton goes out, gets his defender on his outside hip, and a well-thrown ball.
Was it ever? 66-yard drive in 2 minutes and 43 seconds. Jermaine Burton, the freshman. Kirby Smart trying to beat his old boss at his own game. Up a touchdown late in the second.
Talked about it. Strike one right here. Darnell Washington, the tight end, he had him. Yeah, just a little bit of communication. Quarterback thinks he's staying. Receiver keeps going. Then he's got him again. This time Burton overthrows it, but he gets 3 swings. And on the 3rd swing, he hits it.
Big drive by the Dogs to take the lead, and they'll get the ball to start the 3rd quarter, remember?
Remember, the last 2 times they had leads against Alabama and couldn't put Alabama over.
All the Georgia fans just thought of you and said, too soon. Najee Harris got to the outside. He goes for almost 15 before he sits down. With 16 seconds remaining in the half. They've got 4 receivers ready to go, including Forrestall. Mac Jones drops, got pressure, but got it complete to Forrestall. And now timeout.
Get up and ground this one.
I thought he was going to call timeout. He looked to the sideline.
I think I would have taken a grounding play right there so the field was open. But 10 seconds to go. You get one more throw and you can ground it after the next one.
10 seconds left of the half. Mac Jones getting some heat. Throws over the middle and it's caught. And it's a first down at Swaddle.
3 seconds. They do have time to ground it. 3 seconds is the limit.
They get it stopped. Najee Harris is going, hey, you got to give us a chance. Kirby Smart saying, let's head to the locker room, boys.
I don't know. It seemed like they started it fast. Were the down markers even ready?
Nick Saban said,
field was the time expired when the pass was through. The previous play is in review. After further review, 1 second was left when the pass was incomplete.
Gene Steratore, second left, huh?
Yes, Brad, 3 seconds we can spike. We just have to see when the football made contact with the ground. In this case, there was 1 second, so you can't spike under 3 seconds. But if 3 solid seconds are on the clock, I can spike the football, and we have to stop the clock for a first down. So the clock is stopped correctly. First down in bounds.
And here's the 52-yard field goal attempt by Riker, and he just tucked it inside the left upright. Career long for Will Reichard. Big kick for Bama, as now everybody can head to the locker room. A 41-yard drive in 5 plays and 23 seconds. And Will Reichard right there as the shadow went across the left upright. And Nick Saban says, I told you we had a second left, and now we got 3 more points. Into the half, 24-20. Georgia in front as we head to Adam Zucker and the guys in our New York studio. An exciting first half in Tuscaloosa. Just about set to start the third quarter with third-ranked Georgia in front and set to receive the second half kickoff. Taken at the 4. Zamir White broke a tackle, got across the 30, all the way out to the 39-yard line. Nice return. That's where Georgia will go to work on offense as we welcome you back. Brad Nessler with Gary Danielson at its own 39-yard line. Kendall Milton in the backfield with Stetson Bennett. Gets the first carry, and Milton broke a tackle up the middle. Nice run. And he got out for about 8 yards as we check in with Jamie. Made some good ones.
I think he's been fabulous decision-making in this football game.
And Milton's got a first down to midfield and actually to the 49 of Alabama. Bennett's had a couple of batted balls and 1 interception off a deflection that was a batted ball. Other than that, as Gary said, he's been pretty darn good. Looking to throw here. Extra men coming on the rush. He dropped the ball. Scooped it back up, though. Lost a couple yards.
He's got to make up for it.
Zamir White back in the Georgia backfield is there on their side of the 50 now. And Zamir White gets the carry. Bounces off one guy, taking some would-be tacklers with him. Inside the 45 to the 44. So they're down at 5. Bennett's going to move Jermaine Burton in a little tighter. He threw him a touchdown pass late in the quarter. Bennett scans a field down the middle, and he went to Burton, and he knocked it away.
Beautiful job by the safety that time. Helens coming in there. I think it was Joe. Was it Josh Joe?
Josh Joe, yep.
Yes.
So Georgia doesn't get anything out of their first possession of the third quarter other than field position as Alabama has to work from its own 10. Number 10 comes up firing, and a nice rocket. And complete to who else? Devontae Smith, first down. Stays in, second down and 10. Quick throw out in the flat. Devontae Smith got the edge. And another first down. Got a block out there on the edge.
Talk about talent on the field. Remember, since Kirby's gone to Georgia, it has either been Georgia or Alabama that has had the #1 recruiting class. They've been taking turns each year.
Yep.
#1 Georgia, #1 Alabama. And in the last 4 drafts, Alabama has had at least 9 players taken. In the last 3, Georgia's had 20 players taken.
It's the kind of talent we're looking at right now here in Tuscaloosa tonight. Second down at 6. Mac Jones throws, got Najee Harris. There will be another #1 draft choice. First down.
Look how smart smart Najee Harris is. He realizes he doesn't want to get to the safety. He knows right away he's open, and he doesn't want to get too deep. He kind of throttles it down, gives the quarterback both numbers, and lets it throw him right at him.
Georgia trying to get position on 3rd down and 4. Jones pumps once, waited too long, and got buried.
Well, it really seemed to me that time that the Alabama receivers were not on the same page at all. Jones was ready to throw for the first down, and I don't think Forrestall, number 87, thought, and you could see it, Mac Jones, they went fast, and I don't think they were on the same page. Look at Forrestall, he had the open route, and he kind of ran himself into coverage on the play.
Kobe Dean was knowing where he was heading.
Absolutely, you go fast sometimes, and you go too fast for your own good on that play.
3rd and 2. First down, Zamir White out to the 21. Bennett, play action. Down the middle, Burton's got it, complete, pick up of 15.
How about this true freshman football player for Georgia? Got himself into the starting lineup. Good route runner. Gets to the top of his stem. See how he straightened up Joe that time? Got him up to the top. Made sure he straightened it up. 90-degree cut. And squares it in for the quarterback.
Freshman out of California in the starting lineup. That's kind of rare. He's done a great job through a month of the season. Here's an end around to Burton. Nobody out there to block for him. And they're trying to rip the ball out of his hands. He hangs on.
That was well defended by that Alabama defense. That's the same look that they ran the reverse against Tennessee for about 40 yards. Unbalanced line to the right. They come back the other way, and Alabama keeps it to a minimal gain. Climbing and making the stop.
3rd down and 4, low snap. They fake the pitch. Dennis has got to get rid of this. Actually threw a strike to Pickens. He's short of the first down by about 2 yards. Jones puts his man in motion. Looks that way, wants to go deep, and will. Waddle has got it on the run, and he's gone. Jalen Waddle. Touchdown. You can't fall down against a guy that fast, among other problems.
So Alabama puts one man in motion. Georgia bumps down one player, and then Waddle turns on the Jets. When they cross the receivers, Georgia has to switch again, and that's when they lose the leverage. I got to say honestly what I was going to tell you. I got to own up. I was going to say, you know what? Both defenses have been a little bend but don't break here.
Just had a break. A 91-yard drive, but the majority of it is on one long shot from number 10 to number 17. And just like that, Alabama regains the lead at home. Jalen Waddle from 90 yards out. Georgia at the 29. Benson Bennett loads, fires deep near sideline. He's got his man Burton again. And Burton out of bounds at the 35. Big pickup on first down.
Well, you know what? Alabama has a wheel route. Georgia has a wheel route. Remember Devontae Smith catching the wheel? Here's the wheel the other way. And when you peek into the backfield, you can get beat. And that's exactly what happened that time to Helms, number 29. He peeked at the quarterback, and Burton went right past him.
36-yard pass play to the 35 of Alabama. James Cook straight up the middle. Cook's got great speed. He's going to get a first down at the 25, maybe the 24.
Boy, I'll tell you, this play calling and the blocking up front, Ben Cleveland, number 74, again seals his man off. What a football game he's having.
Bennett pump fakes one way, retreats, and does the smart thing. Throws it away. Christopher Allen was giving chase. Third down. Quick snap. Bennett Has time. Deep middle. Ricocheted and intercepted. Malachi Moore coming back the other way. Still on his feet. At the 40. Out to the 44-yard line. Another ricochet interception.
Well, we all know Stetson Bennett loves to throw the ball over the middle, between the hash marks. He's trying to hit Burton on the square end. There's the throw. Just too high and too wide. It gets tipped, and there's a lot of defenders when that happens. Burton reaches as far as he can, and that one's on the quarterback.
Malachi Moore, the true freshman, his second interception of the season, and a return of 42 yards out to the 44-yard line.
Missed him by about 2 yards high, and well, maybe a yard high and 2 yards wide.
Great opportunity here for Alabama, having scored the last touchdown, to add to it. Devontae Smith in motion. Mac Jones all day to throw. Fires Forrestal, the tight end, and he's got a first down at the 45-yard line.
Great job by Mac Jones not throwing the ball to Najee Harris. He's going to see the defender out here just waiting on the throw, Stokes. And when he waits and waits, he takes the secondary player.
And now a flea flicker. Is it caught by Devontae Smith? Yes, it is. As we get another look. Looked like he cradled it or did it hit the ground. It was underthrown a little bit. Alabama's going, hurry up. It's not going to matter now. Najee Harris weaving his way for 2 or 3. Waddle on the move. Both ways. Jones will flip it to him. That's a lateral. He's going to get dropped for a loss. Richard LeCount, nice open field tackle.
Waddle went both ways, and then he went the opposite way at the end of it.
Both ways and then backwards.
And LeCount was right there to eat him up.
So after the loss on the play, it's 3rd down and 9. Stetson Bennett looking on, hoping that his interception doesn't cost Georgia too dearly. With a minute to go in the 3rd. Jones lobs to the corner. Devontae Smith covered by Stokes. There are no flags, or are there? No, there. Yes, there is. I didn't see it.
Tough matchup. Stokes squeezes him off.
Pass interference.
Oh,
Defense
I don't agree with
foul
that.
occurred in the end zone. Therefore, by rule, the ball will be placed at the 2-yard line with an automatic first down.
Well, I didn't see that as interference. I thought he squeezed him off well. I'd love to get Gene's opinion on this one.
Gene, what do you think?
I have to agree with Gary on it. They get into a snuggle with some hand fighting, but that receiver is taking himself toward the out of bounds and feels like he's happy to be there, and the D-back is happy to squeeze him to the sideline.
Yeah,
that was my take on the play as well.
Right.
Najee Harris, touchdown, Alabama. From 2 yards out.
That was a 4-point decision because Alabama would have had to kick the field goal. It would have been 4th down. We saw the Georgia offensive line do it. Now 1st and goal from the 2. The big guy, Landon Dickerson, right there, number 69. Does not get turned, snaps the ball, and stays on his man to get the crease.
What a turnaround in the last couple of minutes for Alabama. Reichard in for the point after. Up and good. They were down by 4 at halftime. They're up by 10 as we near the end of the 3rd quarter. That ball tipped a little bit, skipped off the intended receiver's hands. Malachi Moore brought it back 42 yards, and then the interference in the end zone by Stokes put it at the 2-yard line. Najee Harris says, I know what to do with it from there. And he scores to put Alabama in front by 10. 1st and 15. Play action, Bennett loads, going deep. Man's there, just overshot Burton. And boy, he is going after number 7 tonight.
One of those opportunities in the slot. 3-on-2 coverage. He's got what he wants. 2 yards too far.
Aaron Johnson in motion. Keep it on the ground. Zamir White broke one tackle.
He looks the real deal out here tonight, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Out to the 42. And as the quarter comes to a close, Kirby Smart knows he's 10 points down, and he might become victim number 22. We played 3 at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Score, number 2, Alabama 34. Number 3, Georgia 24. We'll return to Tuscaloosa right after this message and a word from your local station. Back at Bryant-Denny Stadium, fourth quarter. Just about set to start, and the home team in front now, 34-24. And Georgia with a 3rd down and 6 to open the quarter from their own 42. Bennett's in trouble. Got away momentarily. Throws on the run, and it's intercepted. Picked off in the secondary by Alabama, and it's Daniel Wright. And another key mistake to open the fourth quarter for Georgia.
After being so good in the first half, 5 for 9 on 3rd down, they're now, if this flag is not against Alabama, they'll be 1 for 5 on.
During the return, block in the back, intercepting team number 31. 10-yard penalty for the spot of the foul. First down.
So they keep the interception. They'll just back up the return.
I don't even know who he was throwing the ball to on that one. I thought he was going to throw it deeper downfield, but I'm not sure where it was going to. Good job by Kirby hanging with his quarterback.
Yep.
So he lets the ball go. I thought he was going to throw it real deep. I'm not exactly sure. It was like 20 yards deep, short of where the ball needed to go. I don't know what he saw or was looking at.
He's probably wondering right now too.
I don't know if he got. I had my eyes in the second. I don't know if he got hit when he let the ball go, but it did not go anywhere near a Georgia receiver.
He had come into this game having not thrown an interception, and now some costly ones. And Najee Harris on the edge, and flags fly in at the end of that run. Going to negate maybe if there's a holding call on Alabama. Another good run. Forrestall was out there on the edge.
He was. It looked like it most likely was him. He was on the edge blocking on the play.
Georgia had the lead at halftime. They opened the third quarter with a decent drive. Didn't get any points. And then Alabama's going to work. Mac Jones closing in on 400 yards and 3 touchdowns. And looking for more here. Deep ball. And another penalty flies in. Waddle going head-to-head over there with Tyreek Stevenson.
And that's a matchup they like. Tyreek Stevenson is a safety-type player. And against Waddle, that's a tough matchup. He grabs. We talk about it all the time. Those safeties don't feel comfortable in those situations.
Holding against an eligible receiver, number 7 of the defense. The penalty is 10 yards for the previous spot and includes an automatic first down.
Alabama also bringing in an extra offensive lineman right there, Kendall Randolph. Part-time 60, part-time 85 is lined up as a left tight end right here.
Move the other tight end, Forrestall, into the slot. 2nd down and 9. Mac Jones, pressure coming from behind, allowed to the end zone. Devontae Smith, touchdown. Are you kidding me? Jeez. That is some grace.
Just a spectacular football player. Came back for another year. Could have turned pro. And look at him grab that ball. Goes up, a contested play. Good defense by Stokes. Can't do much better than that. And let's add one more thing. A perfect throw.
Perfect throw. That was so similar to his catch against A&M in the back of the end zone. We saw him earlier this year.
That ball had to be thrown high. Couldn't lead him out of bounds. Stokes is right in the coverage. And an All-American goes up and shows you why he's one of the best football players in college football.
Well, last week, 13 catches, over 160 yards. Today, 10 catches, 160 yards, and an acrobatic second touchdown. By Alabama, and they have turned all 3 Georgia interceptions into touchdowns.
Jermaine Johnson says one step earlier than they had it.
And again, a batted ball. And that time it's Malachi Moore, who had an interception earlier. Number 4 is in the slot on the left side. Cook runs a crossing route, but the pass is down the middle and caught by Kearis Jackson. First down, Georgia in Alabama territory at 46.
Really good pass protection. That thing took about 4 seconds to throw the ball, and he had time to step onto it and make the delivery.
Threw it right past the umpire's ear, complete to Jackson at the 8-minute mark. Bennett. And again, swatted down at the line of scrimmage, and it's Barmore again, the big number 58.
What do you think Alabama worked on all week?
Batting down passes with a 5'11 quarterback.
Exactly. They saw how many passes Stetson Bennett completed over the middle of the field. They worked on it. And when you push up the middle, get that paw up in the air.
That's the 4th batted down pass in the game. Second down and 10. Milton in motion out of the Georgia backfield. Bennett gonna go down. Drop back at the 47-yard line. Christopher Allen got to him. There's a flag.
I think Alabama's going to get called for holding outside on the wide receiver.
Flag's way back at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, I think Jobe is going to get called.
Holding on the defense, number 28. The penalty is 10 yards from the previous spot and will result in a first down.
The holding on Jobe against Pickens. Little woofing going on after the play. At the Alabama 36, Cook motions out of the backfield. Bennett fires, got a man wide open, the tight end. Actually, it's a wide receiver. Rosalie Jack Saint. He's as big as a tight end.
Is another one of those big young receivers against the zone and break it out of that soft spot between the corner and the safety.
18-yard pickup to the 18. And swarmed under is James Cook. Christopher Allen, another nice play by number 4. Does line up before the snap as Bennett drops to throw. Down the middle, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Broken up, it was Kearis Jackson and Christian Harris was covering. Let's see how much they did on 3rd down and 14. Bennett steps up in the pocket, he's going to run, and he gets it to the 18-yard line. That's where the decision will be made now if they go to the field goal.
I think you got to go field goal, yep.
Georgia has all 3 of its timeouts. Jack Budlesny will come in to try a 35-yard field goal. Out of a Camarda hold. Try to cut the lead to a couple of touchdowns, and he missed it. Oh, it's the last thing they needed. So the score remains the same. 6:05 remaining in the ball game. But Leslie couldn't quite tuck it in there. And Alabama in command with 6 to go. Well, Coach Saban on Wednesday was worried whether he'd even be able to be out here tonight. And not only is he out here, he goes to 22-0 against his former assistant coaches. I don't think he cares much about that. He just wants to win the game. But anyway, we keep talking about it. Kirby has had 3 shots at him and has come up empty 3 times. But a good game, tough game. Outscored Georgia by 3 touchdowns in the second half. And there's the friends at the middle of the field. Jones, another great outing. Not so much in the second half for Stetson Bennett, the fourth. 41-24, number 2 over number 3. We'll have a lot more to talk about when we come back.